I was born here in South Carolina. Proud to have been born here, proud to be a native son. But if you're me, I'm 54 years old now. To be able to be on a stage at the state capitol in Columbia, South Carolina, my native state, on the stage with an extraordinary and talented young man who's running for the presidency of the United States and who's African American, makes me so proud of my state and my country, and it says such good things about the progress that we've made in America. It's a good thing. I also am proud to be on the stage with a woman who has an opportunity to speak on behalf of so many women whose voices have been left unheard, whose voices have been muffled. All of these things show the progress that we have made in the United States of America. But brothers and sisters, we have progress left to make. We have work left to do. And I want to say to everyone, whether you're here supporting Senator Obama, whether you're here supporting Senator Clinton, or whether you're here supporting me, every one of us, all three of us, are on the journey with you on the march to equality and justice and fairness in the United States of America. And we are in this cause together every step of the way. I had the privilege about a year ago of speaking at the Riverside Church in Harlem, a place where Dr. King had spoken 40 years ago. And he had come there to speak about the war in Vietnam. And the words he used, he said, there comes a time in all our lives where if we stand quiet, if we stand silent, when our conscience tells us to speak, that our silence is a betrayal. It is a betrayal of ourselves. It is a betrayal of our country that we love so much. And he came there to speak for the first time against the long and bloody war in Vietnam. Brothers and sisters, we can no longer stand silent. We have to speak out. And we must speak out together, as Barack said, in unity, with one voice. And it is time for us to not remain silent about this war in Iraq. It is time for us to bring our men and women home from Iraq. And it is time for our voices to be heard loud and clear. It is time that we can no longer stand silent, because silence is a betrayal to 37 million people who wake up every single day in the United States of America living in poverty, worried about feeding and clothing their children. This is the great moral issue of our time. It was the central issue, along with equality, in the life of Dr. King. I actually did a poverty tour where I went through some of the places that Dr. King had spent time. Marks, Mississippi, which Dr. King spoke of as an island of poverty, surrounded by a sea of affluence. We have islands of poverty all over this country today. We talk about the corridor of shame. Brothers and sisters, we must turn the corridor of shame into a corridor of hope and opportunity for the people of South Carolina. But we cannot stand quietly by and watch our brothers and sisters that are literally worried about feeding and clothing their children. We, as a nation, have a responsibility to deal with this great moral issue, and there is so much that we can do. The United States Congress finally raised the minimum wage. It's going to $7.25 an hour. It's not enough. Minimum wage ought to be at least $9.50 an hour. It ought to be indexed to go up on its own. We need to strengthen the right of working people to organize into unions in the workplace so that they can earn a decent wage, so that they can collectively bargain. We need a national law that cracks down on predatory payday lenders that are taking advantage of our most vulnerable families. Silence is betrayal. Silence is betrayal for our young people who are not getting educated, for our young people who are going to schools that don't have the books, don't have the resources, don't have the money, and are burdened with this mess called No Child Left Behind. We have a responsibility to all our children to make certain that no matter where they live, no matter who their family, no matter what the color of their skin, every single child in America gets the same opportunity for a good public school education. We need to lift up the men and women who spend their lives dedicated to teaching our children. And we, all of us as parents, we got to take some responsibility too. We can't leave the responsibility just to the schools. We are responsible for our children. We are responsible for educating and raising our children. We must do it together. Silence is a betrayal for 47 million Americans who wake up every single day knowing if their child gets sick, they're going to have to go to the emergency room and beg for health care. What about women who are like my wife Elizabeth? They find a lump in their breast, find out that they have breast cancer. But unlike Elizabeth, some of these women have no health care coverage. Where are they supposed to go? Who are they supposed to see? You can't get chemotherapy in the emergency room. What are they supposed to do? It is time for us to speak with one voice for universal health care for every man, woman, and child in the United States of America. So, brothers and sisters, my message for today is we are in this together. We are united in this effort to create hope and opportunity, and it is time for us to say enough is enough. We're better than this. The United States of America is better than this, and for us to stand up, speak out, rise up together as one people and create the kind of America that all of us believe in and all of us are fighting for. God bless you all. It's wonderful to be with you.